Hi, Tug Morkel speaking. Um, I just like to read before I go to sleep, and I picked up a magazine which was lying around my flat. And it's titled "A Bespoke Treatment for Depression," and it talks about an implanted device likened to a pacemaker, selectively targets different areas of the brain. Um, I'm going to read it out if you don't mind. I think it's pertinent to what Tug Morkel and dreams is all about. A man who had severe depression for more than 3 decades appears to have gone into remission thanks to a brain pacemaker that selectively activates different brain networks. Treatment resistance is common with depression. This is most commonly defined as seeing little improvement after taking at least 2 types of antidepressants. In such cases, zapping the brain with weak electrical pulses, like electro-convulsive therapy, ECT, may help, but can also fail to provide relief. Many years ago, I had 2 sessions of, of ECT, and I remember it being with mixed results. I felt dizzy, I felt calm, relaxed, but I don't think it really got on top of my depression at the time. These were soon after the farm invasions of Zimbabwe um, in the early 2000 years of the 2000. Damien Fair at the University of Minnesota says this is because it targets the same spot in everyone's brain, yet every brain is different. Well, we know that. Fair and his colleagues have developed a more personalized approach for a 44-year-old man who was first hospitalized with depression at 13 and had tried 20 treatments with no lasting impact. Now, to be hospitalized with depression at the age of 13 is something. We're at the age of 13, we're all told, yeah, you just, you haven't got it, brace up, get over it. Um, and I don't think those years ago that people really understood the seriousness of depression. Anyway, they scanned his brain for 40 minutes using MRI to map out the borders of 4 brain activity networks linked to depression. This revealed that his, be careful here, salience network, which helps process stimuli, was 4 times larger than typical. This may have contributed to his symptoms, says Fair. Next, they surgically implanted 4 clusters of electrodes across these borders, inserting them through 2 small holes drilled into his skull. 3 days later, the researchers sent weak electrical pulses through external wires attached to the electrodes, stimulating each of the 4 brain networks in isolation. When they stimulated the first network, the default mode network, which is involved in introspection and rumination, the man shed tears for joy. The team then attached the electrode wires to 2 small batteries implanted just beneath the skin around his collarbone, allowing him to experience these benefits outside of the hospital. This acts as a brain pacemaker, says Fair, stimulating various networks of the brain for 1 minute every 5 minutes throughout the whole day. Over the following 6 months, the man used an app wirelessly connected to the pacemaker to switch between various brain stimulation patterns designed by the team every few days. He also recorded his symptoms every day. Analyzing this data every month, the team continued to optimize the stimulation until 6 months post-surgery. By 7 weeks post-surgery, the man stopped reporting having suicidal thoughts. By 9 months, he had gone into remission, defined according to the Hamilton Depression Rating Scale, which is a bit technical. We're not going to put it in here. This improvement remained for more than 2.5 years, except for a brief period when his symptoms slightly worsened after catching COVID-19. A randomized controlled trial where people with depression are randomly assigned to receive the stimulation or a placebo is needed to verify this approach, says Mario Juarena at King's College London. The team hopes to do this within the next 2 years, says Fair. So that's a very interesting technological advancement in medicine. Pacemakers, we do know, work. Are they going to work for this depression? Well, let's hope so. So stay tuned. Tug signing off. See you in the next round. Have a good evening. Cheers.